Um, I just wanted to make this video. Uh, Maybe because, I was thinking today, you know, ever since, I already assumed uh, that God couldn't back up his promise to me. I already assumed it. The promise is so impossible. like, like when I was told it, I was like, that ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? I'm not joking. I was just like, but there was a promise that was like not as the first time God promised something in my life. It wasn't as big as this promise. Not even close. So, so in my mind, I'm like, because God knows, my life has been such a disappointment. Everybody betrayed me. Everybody lied to me. Everybody used me. Everything. My life has just been a waste. It's just like, that's the point. It was like, just get me out of here. Like everybody betrayed me. This world sucks. you know, Even you betrayed me, God. You didn't do shit. Get me out of here. That's how bad my life was. But a song that I kind of revisited today that got me through hard times. I would listen to it again because I'm like, all right, God didn't fulfill his promise. Probably never will. Doesn't matter. I don't care anymore. I don't care if I lose everything. Again, I've already lost everything before in life. I have. God knows it. I lost everything more than once. So I'm like, why should I care now if I lose everything again? you know, Stuff wise, I don't really care. So I'm just like, why am I being such a bitch compared to what I used to be back in the day? Back in the day, I was fucking, you know what I mean? That's what I was thinking about. I was like, back in the day, I wasn't afraid of God Himself, and now I'm backing down. I'm like being a bitch, because everybody else is a bitch to God. I was more brave back in the day towards God. I'm like, what the hell? Why am I such a bitch now? Because everybody else wants me to. I'm like, I'm not afraid of God. I'm like, He made me a promise He can't even deliver. He never lies. I'm like, so I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, maybe God's like everybody else. Like I thought most of my life. I'm like, God's just like everybody else. Can't back up what He says. I'm not even going to tell anybody what the promise is, but it's so impossible. It's never happened in 40 years. Never. Not even close. So God thinks He can promise this. That's never happened in 40 years for me. That's how big this promise is. You know what I mean? Some crazy shit has to happen for this promise to happen. I'm like, I'm getting too old for this shit. I'm too old now. Get me out of here. Everyone betrayed me. I don't want to be here. Don't put me in a position where I have to end my life because I don't think you can fulfill your promise. you know, that type of shit. Like I said, I'm only alive. I'm only stuck alive for this promise. That's it. You know, you know what I mean. Everybody else betrayed me. So God showed me that He could fulfill one promise, just one. He told the truth once to me. God did. He told the truth. So I remember that. Keep in mind, everybody else betrayed me. Everybody, my whole life. God knows it. God knows it. So just one person that told me the truth once. That means something. But with that said, I'm just like, but that first promise that God did is nothing compared to the second promise, and he knows that. The second promise is fucking big. It's so big. You know what I mean? I'm just like, there's just no way. Just like, just get me off the planet. You know what I mean? Just get me out of here. I'm serious. I'm just like, I'm tired anyways. Just get me out of here. So, but anyways, the song that I used to listen to, that kept me going. You know what I mean? It's a crazy song. But you know how people pray and when they pray, they're just like, oh, I'm just a bitch, pray for this, then this, and thank you for this, and thank you for this. But the prayer that I used to do was part of a song. And it goes like this. Let me enlighten you. This is the way I pray. Living this life is not hard enough. Burn me alive inside. Living this life is not hard enough. Take everything away. That's the prayer. So it's pretty much backwards from how other people pray. Make my life harder, God. Basically. And that's the type of praying I did back in the day. And now I'm some pussy now, And God can't even fulfill his promise anyways. Why am I being such a pussy to God? Can't even back it up anyways. So I'm like, fuck it. Living's not hard enough. Take everything away. I don't give a shit anymore. Back to my old self, I wasn't a bitch boy to God back then. I'm not going to be a bitch boy to God now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going straight to God now. I'm like, you promised me something. I don't care if I have to sit in every Christian church till you deliver. Every Christian church in town until you deliver this promise to me. I don't give a fuck how long it takes you. I'm coming to the throne. I'm coming to the throne of God. I am. I'm just like, I don't care if I have to get Jesus off this throne to me on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking pissed, I'm like, I knew you'd let me down with like everybody else did. I knew you would too. I don't care if your name's Jesus. I knew you'd let me down as well. Just because your name's Jesus doesn't mean you can't betray me as well. So, it's like, fuck it. You had to live my life to understand. Just like everybody else betrayed me. I'm not gonna let God betray me too. This time, I'm not. Like you promised, I'm coming to the throne. I'm coming to where you live, God. On this earth. I'm coming to every place you live on this earth. I don't care how many places I have to go to. You're going to fulfill your promise to me. You're going to come onto the ground and fulfill this promise to me. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at right now. I'm not going to be some bitch boy anymore. Like everybody else. Fuck that. I wasn't a bitch boy back then. Growing up, I'm not going to be a bitch boy now. So, if you can't fulfill your promise, just kill me now. That's where I'm at. I don't give a shit anymore. I don't. I accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish on this planet. If you can't fulfill your promise, kill me now. You know what I mean? I've accomplished everything I wanted to. I'm retired. I'm done. You know what I mean? Catch my drift, God. So anyways, That's the prayer. It's like living's my life's not hard enough. Like make it harder. You know what I mean? Basically, I'm not afraid of you, God. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be some bitch boy to you, God. Like they wanted me to be in religion. I'm not gonna be some bitch boy to you. You know what I mean? You promised me something. Man to man. Man to God, you know. God knows he's like the last person standing for everything with me. He's the last person standing. I'm telling you, like everybody is like way in the rearview mirror. Everyone's betrayed me. They're in the rearview mirror. God's the last one standing now. He is. Everyone else betrayed me more than once, you know. So I'm just but I already knew, like way back then, when the promise was made, I'm like, that's fucking impossible. That'll never happen. And so far I've been right. 10 years later, didn't happen. So I'm just like, so in my mind, I'm like, it probably won't happen. It could probably never happen, you know? And a part of me doesn't care, you know? Just like, if you can't deliver on a promise, you should get me off the planet. Plain and simple. If you can't back up a promise, like any, you know, and show that you're just like the humans, you know, then get out of my way, God. Get out of my way between me and death. If you're just like all the rest of the humans down here, can't even back up a promise. Like my whole family couldn't deliver any shit, you know. You're telling me, God, that you're just like my family? You know? Can't back up a promise. You really want me to lump you in the same category as my family of origin, God? Do you really want me to lump you with them now? Because that's what you're making me do. That's what you're making me do now. So I'm just like, I don't need anything. Take everything away. Living my life is just not hard enough. Make it harder. I don't need anything. There's a reason why I said I'm stronger than Jesus. There's a reason why I said that back in the day. Because I thought I was. So I need to back that up now. You know what I mean? I do. Do you see? Let me know. Have you guys seen Jesus on the ground in the last 30, 40 years? No, you haven't. I'm the strongest on the ground. Don't you forget it. I am. He ain't on the ground. And that's what I thought about. I'm like, he ain't even on the ground. You know what I mean? He's just leaving it. He's leaving it to me. He's completely leaving it to me to be the strongest person on the ground right now. Completely. Still. He's not like, hey, Adam, get out of the way. He's never done that. So I'm like, shit. Does he really want me to run the show? Does he really want me to run the show? The crazy bastard like me, you know? I'll do it, you know? I'll do it. I don't care. It's like, shit. That's what I thought about, Mike. There's probably some kid out there being tortured out there, scapegoated like I used to be. You know? He ain't bitching. He's probably screaming to the sky right now, though. To God, like I used to, like I'm doing now. I'm like, I'm not going to let him outdo me. You know? Some kid. Some younger version of me. Yeah. He ain't quitting. I ain't quitting. Yeah. Doesn't matter. us out. Basically. So I'm just like most of that time growing up, God didn't bail me out. The whole time. He knows it. He didn't bail me out, so fuck. Just like, I don't need him now. He didn't bail me out then. He won't bail me out now. So I'm like, I'm the strongest down here. Don't you forget it, God. I'm the strongest. Don't care if I'm homeless. Even if I'm homeless, I'm still the strongest. Don't you forget it. And I can prove it. Yeah. While Jesus and his followers are doing weird shit, I'll be the strongest out here, out in the open. Yeah. As I always have been. Fuck all that shit. Yeah. Jesus came for me. Don't you forget it. Don't you forget it, God. Jesus came for me. I didn't come for Jesus. I didn't go seeking for Jesus. I may be seeking him a little more now, but I didn't come for him. He came for me. Don't you guys forget it either. He came for me. God damn it. Yes. I always said this whole time, I'm like, God is the craziest bastard for recruiting me or keeping me alive, keeping me on the planet. He's fucking crazy. He's a crazy bastard. For going through what I've gone through, lived my whole life. You know how crazy God has to be to have done that? You know what I mean? That's why I say, I don't care if it's disrespectful. Jesus is a crazy bastard. I don't care if it's disrespectful. He's a crazy bastard for living my life. He's fucking nuts. He is. He's fucking nuts, you know? So he knows what it's like to be nuts like me. Absolutely crazy. You know? Fighting demons his whole damn life. Basically. He's fucking nuts, you know? Because my whole life I'm like, there's no way Jesus could have gone through all this crazy shit. My whole life was like that. I have to be stronger than him. There's no way Jesus went through all this. I said that my whole life. I'm like, there's no way. There's no fucking way. That's why I can't stand that someone else is crazier than me, stronger than me, that's gone through this crazy shit. I can't stand it, you know. Someone else is stronger than me. I can't stand that. I can't. Like, goddamn it. Enough about that. But Easter's coming up, so everybody knows I'm going to get charged up for Easter. Me and my Jesus issues. Everybody knows. Like, goddamn. It's times like these that I wish I had my own faction. You know, just like, oh, there's Jesus, there's Satan, and there's Adam. You know what I mean? 3 different factions. You know what I mean? It's times like these I just wish it was just me. Sometimes I do feel like it is. Because, like, Jesus has his followers. Satan has his followers. Me, I don't really have followers. Except for, like, subscribers on here, but they follow Jesus anyways. So, I don't really have followers. So, it's just me. One-man army, you know? As always. One-man army down here. Yes, indeed. Do you see anybody else around me right now? No, you don't. One-man army. Don't you forget it. Don't you forget it either, God. One-man army down here. One-man army. Always and forever. Amen. With the religious jargon there. So yeah, I've been listening to those motivations.